Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we will talk about modules. Modules are a fundamental aspect of NestJS and are used to organize the application into discrete and loosely coupled functional units. Each module encapsulates a tightly related set of capabilities and is defined by a single responsibility principle, which align with clean architecture practices. Let's talk about the basic of modules in SGS. First, we will talk about, it's organization. Modules are the building blocks that NestJS uses to organize code in a scalable and maintainable way. An SJS app is a collection of modules. Second, we want to talk about is the module decorator. A module is defined by decorating a class within the add module decorator. This decorator provides metadata that NestJS uses to organize the application structure. Let's create a module. In the previous videos, we created a controller and we created a service. And now we will need to create a module to put all of them, wrap them together. So first we do is that by implementing module from the module operator from NestJS. After that, we need to import the cat's service and the cat's controller. Okay, so we have three right now. And basically, we use the module decorator like that. And after that, we say export class modules. And that's it. Let's try to talk about it. First, we have the controllers. The controllers is an array of controllers that should be instantiated within the module. Providers providers an array of providers that will be instantiated by Nest injector and can be shared at least within the module. There is other arrays, which is the imports, which is an array also. It's an array of modules required by this module. Any provider exported from these modules can be used into in this model. And we have exports. um, Exports is an array of providers that should be available for use in other modules. Let's talk about features of the modules. I guess so good so far. It's a pretty simple, pretty easy to understand. Let's talk about some principles or some feature of the model. First, we want to talk about the encapsulation. Let me just delete it like that because I don't think this one is good. Encapsulation. Modules encapsulate providers and ensure that providers' scope is limited to the module unless explicitly exported. Also, we need to talk about shared modules. A module can export its providers to be used in other modules. Shared modules, such as a common module that might provide logging or utility services, are typically in larger applications. Lastly, we have global modules. By using the at global decorator, you can make a module global. A global modules providers are registered once and are available everywhere without the need to import them. There are some things also we need to talk about. First, the module resolution. NestJS uses the module metadata to resolve module relationships and dependencies. When the application starts, NestJS builds a dependency graph based on the imported and required modules, which ensures that providers are only available within the module they belong to unless exported. And I will make a video on one of each of these modules because it's important to talk about them in details. But right now, I just need to talk about them on high level. We have modules re-exports. Modules can also be re-export. Modules they import. Modules can also re-export modules they import, building functionality. This is useful when creating a feature modules that depends on providers from another module, but also extends it with its own providers. Domain driven design. NestJS modules align well with domain driven design (DDD) principles. You can organize modules by feature or domain, which helps in keeping the application modular and organized as it grows. We have dynamic modules. NestJS also supports dynamic modules, which can provide a set of providers dynamically based on the input parameter, and we will talk about it in details in the future. This is useful for configuring providers or setting up module specific configurations. Let's talk about the best practices. Um, as we say over and over, I say this specific best practice, each one, which will be the first one. We'll talk about the single responsibility. I guess every video in Nest.js, I talk about the single responsibility, like, and it's a big aspect or a big topic in Nest.js. A module should be responsible for a specific feature or loosely or closely related set of features. Second thing, in no encapsulation, keep modules self-contained, exporting only the necessary providers. We have declarative imports. Be explicit about module dependencies and avoid circular dependencies. Lastly, we have lazy loading. Utilize lazy loaded modules, especially in larger applications, to split the app into smaller chunks, optimizing startup time and memory usage. So, understanding how modules work in SJS is crucial for creating a well-structured application. They help in they help in managing the complexity by organizing the code into a hierarchy of discrete feature areas, which promotes clean and maintainable code. So that's it for this video, and I hope you like my content. If you like my content, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and see you in future problem.